Hello and good evening. We've got another Champions Only episode to wrap up the week right before the holidays. Hello, my name is Boom Gonzalez.
And I am Lexi Rodriguez. Well, tonight it's all about the incredible run of the San Beda Red Lions as they take home their 23rd title in the NCAA.
Good evening, everybody. The champs are here in the studio. We welcome and we congratulate head coach Yuri Escueta, Jacob Cortez, and Yukian Andrada, part of the champion team, San Beda Red Lions. They're here on the game. Congratulations. Good evening. Gising pa ba kayo? Okay pa? Alam ko si Coach Yuri, nag-usap kami kanina, laging natutulog na maaga. But kayo, how are the celebrations? Are you over it? Are you still celebrating, Jacob, Yuki?
Well, for me, still celebrating. Last night was the first night I was able to get a lot of sleep.
Decent sleep? Yuki, ikaw, celebrate pa?
Same with Jacob. Last night was the only night I had a good sleep.
Okay, Coach Yuri, tulog.
Oh, bawi ako eh. Kasi yung season, wala naman akong tulog.
Tama. So let's talk about that. Ano? Marami tayo oras, Coach Yuri, so let's talk about that. Lexi mentioned the incredible run. But the incredible run started with struggles muna. And let's talk about the preseason muna, where it all started. Alam mo, lagi naman natin pinag-uusapan sa basketball, preseason doesn't count or the off-season titles don't count. But they tell something. You take a lot of things from the preseason. Coach, tell me about the struggles first of that off-season that you went through.
Well, first thing is when we lost guys, key guys to our lineup. Actually, there are 6 guys from the starting lineup. So it's either from graduating or from transferring.
Correct.
So it was really hard for me as a coach, but especially we were rebuilding. At the same time, it was also tough for the guys who were left behind. Diba? But what I told them, diba, whoever is here, we're gonna commit to you. So you just make sure you guys work hard and laban lang kung sino man nandito. And yun, so...
And of course, Lexi, to put in the context, pangalawang taon mo pa lang as head coach.
Kasi parang bilang ko 16 months.
Correct, di ba? But that was your first full off-season.
Yes, full off-season.
And of course, in the context of preseason, there are a lot of things that you guys wanted to focus on, of course. You even went to US on a training camp, and then you attended D-League competitions. What was the strategy coming into this season in the NCAA?
And yan, and since you mentioned that, talk about the struggles there, di ba? D-League, Davao, and all the other tournaments that you joined that was tough. Kaya natatawa sila Jacob tsaka si Yuki.
Baka may naaalala sila.
Please talk about that too. Let's start first with you, Coach, and then we'll go through that.
Well, the first tournament we joined after when we had our season was the D-League, right? D-League ba? We joined the D-League.
Field basket.
Oh yeah, we went to Malaysia.
Malaysia pa pala.
We went to Malaysia. So we played semi-pro teams.
Correct.
I think we did a decent job in the eliminations, and we lost in the finals. But the story is we were up by how many? 25 in the first quarter, and we still lost the game at the end. So it was really heartbreaking for us.
Right.
So again, okay, let's put it into experience, charge it to experience and learnings, and then we joined the D-League. Diba? In our first game in the D-League, we lost to what team was this?
PSP.
PSP. And PSP, actually, that's the only one they had. Yung panalo nila during the tournament.
Yung panalo sa inyo?
Oo, panalo sa amin.
Okay.
So again, first game of the D-League against, I wouldn't say one of the weaker teams, but we lost it. Tapos eventually we were able to catch ground and enter the finals, and we lost 2 games to
Correct.
DLSU.
Right. Yuki, you were shaking your head. Tell us about the memories of the struggles of the preseason.
Oh, there's a lot of struggles talaga. Ayun nga, sabi ni Coach nung first, parang January pa lang, ayun nga, parang ang dami nang umaalis na players sa amin.
Yeah.
My former teammates pa nga during the Red Cubs. So, for me talaga parang masakit siya for me. Pero ayun nga, sinabihan lang ako ni Coach na mag-focus lang ako sa gusto nila Coach gawin sa system. And then, ayun, yung mga leagues na sinalihan namin, we made it to the finals, pero yun, we came up short. So it was masakit talaga siya
Right.
for me.
And Lexi, the struggles continued in the season of the NCAA, especially at the start of that second round. That was tough. Jacob, take us through the start of that second round. 1-4 pa nga yata at some point your record.
Yes, actually, after the first round, we did a good job. I think we only had 2 losses,
Two losses,
after the first
correct.
round. And then coming into the second round, our first 2 losses, we lost to the 2 bottom teams. And then we won the next, and then we lost 2 again. But I think that's the one that was meant to happen for us to lose, for us to go through adversity, to really stick together.
Right. Well, Coach Yuri, of course, there were sunod-sunod yung games sa NCAA, diba? And as Boo mentioned, the second round was kind of tough for you guys. What kind of adjustments did you have to make? Maybe in-game adjustments or maybe in between the games? What kind of adjustment, maybe specific adjustment that you had to make?
How did you stay strong throughout
Yeah.
that?
Actually, more than in-game adjustment, maybe it's how we try to, rally around each other. We just said, yes, we're struggling, we're losing tough games, but the team just stayed resilient and, they bonded more, they had their backs more, and they just said to themselves that we're not gonna go down this way, diba? So might as well fight until the end.
Right.
So yun lang yung namin That's the only battle cry we had when we went 1-4
Correct.
in the second round because
Yeah.
everybody was counting us out,
Right?
Yeah.
diba? Even at the start of the season,
Right.
actually. So sabi namin let's just take care of what we can take care of, control what we can control, and keep fighting until the end. Whatever happens, sabi ko nga sa kanya, every game after that 4-1 standing in the second round, let's not be worried about what if we win or we lose, as long as we keep doing the right things in games
Right,
and prepare
right.
properly.
Right.
And if we lose and we did the right things, I'm okay with that. But
Okay.
eventually, the W's came in.
Yeah, exactly. And very important W's, knockout W's basically, 4 elimination games that you had to go through at the start. And then we'll talk about the Final Four run and the finals, which were all elimination games for them. More with the NCAA champions, the San Beda Red Lions, after this short break. Stay tuned, you're watching the game.
Welcome back to the game. You're still watching it. Well, we're still with the San Beda Red Lions talking about their incredible run to the NCAA Season 99 title. Now, earlier we talked about the preseason tournament, how you incorporated and how the struggles shaped your mindset coming into the Season 99 in the NCAA. But then, of course, right now, let's focus on how you got to the Final Four. Well, Coach Rui, I've got to ask, and the rest of the athletes. So, of course, mental toughness is something that athletes really need to take note of. Every athlete that I get to talk to, parang they always say na, I've got to stay mentally tough. How important was it that you guys had to, toughen your mindset? Maybe Jacob, you would want to answer that.
Especially after the first loss kasi twice to beat
Exactly.
disadvantage, di ba? So you lost the first game. So how important was that according to Lexi nga?
Well, siguro the coaches prepared us for that even before the season. We went through 2 days, which means we practiced twice a day. And that was all about mental toughness. Being physically drained, physically tired, but you're still going through practice. And in very intense practice, actually. And I think they did a good job with that to prepare us for coming into the season.
I like that you asked that, Lexi, kasi just before we took the commercial break, we were talking about pretty much 4 knockout games na dinaanan nyo pretty much sa elimination round. Then dalawa dun sa Final Four. You had to win twice.
Yeah.
Over Lyceum, who was favored in that series. Was there any doubt when you lost that when you won the first game? Sorry, when you won that first game, was there any doubt that you would take it?
Oh, yes, against LPU.
Yes, in the Final Four.
Yes, I think we had momentum na nun eh. So, ayun, sinasabihan lang din kami nila coach na you have to take it one game at a time. Pero during that game 1, we beat them. I think we had the upper hand on that second game.
Were you surprised that it was a relatively, and I know you're a nice coach, but it was relatively an easy win in terms of the score, knowing that they were favored and they had the twice to beat advantage?
I was expecting them to go harder and play harder and to play better because we played them their last game of the eliminations was us.
Right.
So I was just telling the coaches, let's try to win this game.
Okay.
So at least we have that belief in ourselves and also probably doubt in them for themselves.
Correct.
That we can beat them.
Right.
And yun nga, nangyari during the Final Four, we were the teams that were matched together.
Right.
So I think part of it is mentally us knowing that we can beat them.
Yes.
Because we haven't beat them in the past, even last season.
Okay.
We haven't beat them. So we were 0-3 coming into the second round against them.
Which is the same situation. Okay, so you win the Final Four, 2 straight. So yun na, naka-anim na elimination games na kayo, na knockout games. You go into the finals, and this is what I was talking about, my apologies. You lose the first game, and basically that is the 3rd loss against Mapua
yes.
in the season. Now, does doubt creep in, or did you still believe after that first loss? And what did the coaching staff, your wonderful coaching staff, by the way, come up with? What kind of magic did they come up with? Jacob, go ahead.
After the first loss, we thought at first, of course, it's a loss, so we're sad, of course. But then, upon watching the replays and then upon film sessions, we played bad, and we almost won the game. So that's what kept us engaged, and we had a lot of confidence in ourselves, of course, in the staff, in our own teammates. So I think. And then again, we went through adversity, and I think that was our advantage coming into the finals.
Now, I've got to ask this, of course. You were talking about doubt, no? But I think how important is it for you athletes that that a lot of people believe in you? Like, let's say the coaching staff. How important is it that they believe in you, that you guys can, did you see yourself as underdogs coming into the finals?
Sanbed as
Yes.
underdogs, di ba? Parang it's
How important was it? Maybe, Yuki, you want to answer this. How important that people believed in you, especially the coaching staff, coming into the finals?
I think it helps really, it helps talaga na the coaches have trust on us players. And then, ayun nga, parang having that underdog mentality even before the season, parang ayun na iniisip namin the whole season pa rin, ay iniisip namin na underdog kami, wala pa kami napapatunayan. So, that helps boost our confidence even more na we have to get that crown.
Yeah.
How did you use that as motivation, Coach Yuri? The doubt, not only with the team, but with you. People were saying, kaya ba ni Coach Yuri on his 2nd year? And, Sanbeda has such a high standard. I think you had 14 finals appearances na straight. Diba? You did not make it to the finals last year, and then here you are. Was that part of the motivation, o parang ipsinantabi mo na lang yung mga yan?
Honestly, I really don't give it that much attention.
Really?
It's just I don't want to say, I really believe in my players.
Okay.
Diba? To see them work during the off season, during the preseason games, to see how they improve and got better as the games got by. Even the people were counting us in the Final Four. Even me as a coach, the people were saying that diba, I'm not, I couldn't bring the team to the finals or win it.
Right.
It's just I had more belief in us and not listen to what others say.
Outside noise.
Yeah, we had
Yes.
we made sure we closed our circles.
Right.
Yung circle namin. And I think that's what's important. Having the guy beside you, being able to push you and believe in you.
There was a little bit of a problem with you physically in that last game, Jacob. How did you stay the course, and how did you also what did you tell your teammates that when that happened, when the cramps hit you?
First, I told them, of course, this is this is all on you. I have a lot of confidence in them that they deliver, and they did deliver.
Yeah, did.
And that didn't really affect me because I was able to come in the fourth quarter.
Correct.
But then the other players were playing better, so that's when Coach Lee made the adjustment, and then I didn't even finish the game.
Right.
And our rookies, our new players stepped up, and it was all good, all meant to be.
And great conditioning staff, the PTs, they
Yes,
took
yes.
care of everybody. And of course, Yuki stepping up in Game 2 and Game 3 with some big shots. And then the championship now, the 23rd. Kaya nga hirap sabihin, underdogs ng San Beda, no? But this year you were. 23rd championships now belong to San Beda. And we have more with them here, the Red Lions here on the game after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the game. Basketball has been on a roll this year everywhere. And yesterday we celebrated, if you don't know, World Basketball Day with fans all over the world. Now, who better to spend that with the champions? Look at that, the champions themselves, the San Beda Red Lions. We got,
I love this part.
Okay.
This is
You get us started, Lexi.
This is my part. I really like getting to know the players on a deeper level, on a personal level.
Yeah.
So, I want to nitpick maybe. Let's start with Coach. Of course, you guys have your idols and everything. But what made you fall in love with basketball? Specifically.
Now, remember, Coach Yuri played a lot of San Beda High School basketball, got his roots with San Beda.
It's my dad's side of the family. My dad played for UP. I have cousins who, Kuya and played for Ateneo.
Ateneo.
So it's really in the family. All the boys in this Sketa family really loves to play basketball. So they're the guys that I look up to. So as a player and as a coach.
Right. Speaking of family, Jacob, we can't let you go without talking about your dad, who's been here on this chair many times, also talking about basketball. What kind of an influence does he have on you? And also, side question, did you get to see videos of Coach Yuri playing basketball too? Okay, tell us.
To answer that, the
Please.
second question.
Yes.
He actually, during film sessions, he has all these clips and that. So after he showed
The
what
face.
Lasal kasi kalaban eh.
he showed because we had to guard. I forgot who had to guard, but one of the main man of the other team. And then all he did was he had to guard JV Casio. So he was
Nice.
showing clips and all that. And
He was a pest.
yes, yes. And he played his breakout game. And
So he showed that. Nice.
Yeah, he
nice.
did.
The problem kasi, our guards always hit screens.
Right.
When I was telling them, just go around screens. I showed them videos of me
How to do
just
it.
chasing JB wherever he goes.
Right,
So,
right.
ganun lang. Sabi ko, you don't need to hit screens. Just go around them.
And then, of course, your dad.
yeah,
Much of
then
an
I get
influence.
a lot of influence, of course, because well, actually, my first sport wasn't basketball; it was football, soccer. But growing up, I would go to practices, go to games. Not even just my dad, my mom's side. They love basketball. They're big Laker fans. So it's just like Coach said, it's in the family.
What about you, Kian? Maybe you can take us back to memory lane and how did you start basketball and how you fell in love with it eventually?
I think by watching my older brother, Yuki
course,
Andrada,
yeah.
who played for LaSalle in
Right.
his college days. So
Swatting away shots left and right.
yes, yes. So dun siguro ako na fall in love with basketball, watching him play I always watch his game sa venue.
Nice.
So dun ako parang na fall in love
Na-influence
with
talaga.
na-influence with basketball.
We have a few minutes with you, so we gotta ask, in relation to World Basketball Day, what does this championship mean to you personally? Not to the team, but what is the personal significance of this major, incredible, improbable, come from behind championship mean to you? Coach Yuri, I start with you.
I don't know if it's personal, but for me, this is personal for me as a coach of the basketball team. It's winning this championship is, I really wanted to win this championship for the guys who
The boys.
stayed.
Okay.
The guys who stayed and,
Right.
who wanted to play for San Beda.
Right.
So, I sacrificed, I hope and I prayed to win this championship for these guys. So,
Jacob?
For me personally, it was ever since my first season with San Beda. Coming in, it was a bubble season with Coach Boyet. I told Coach Boyet that I'd do anything what it takes to bring back the crown. And after 3 seasons, I was able to do that. Well, not by myself, but with my teammates, of course. But it was just that and proving everyone wrong.
Nice. Yuki?
I
I
think-
love how you always nod your head to all of these conversations. Yuki, go ahead.
For me, syempre, I have won championships nung high school sa Red Cubs. So, for me personally, itong championship na to parang nag-add pa sa akin ng for my resume.
Right.
And, all. And syempre rin, this championship is sweet for me. It's my first one sa college Yun nga,
Right.
sabay kami pumasok ni Jacob noon. Ever since talaga, I really wanted to win that championship.
Parang Coach Yuri did, Nalo ng championship sa high school, nalo ng championship sa college, building that resume. We're so happy for you. Congratulations, Coach, with your own personal journey as a coach, as an assistant. You've won in different levels already as a player, an assistant coach, and now head coach. And the future looks bright. Jacob, Yuki, you guys were incredible, especially during the finals. Thanks for making time tonight
Thanks
here
for
at
having
the game.
us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, thank you. We would love to have you back and get to know you more on a deeper
Right.
level. But that it is. You can catch the games and our show live and on demand on the Pilipinas Live app. Thank you for joining us. I am Lexi Rodriguez.
And I'm Boom Gonzalez. This has been The Game. Happy weekend and Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, San Beda. Merry Christmas.